You're welcome to English with RMG, where you learn English grammar, pronunciation tips, and vocabulary to improve your fluency skills. In today's class, you are going to learn how to use the personal pronouns I, me, mine, and myself. Let's begin with how these pronouns are used. First, we have me and Kate went to the market. This expression is wrong because me is not supposed to be at the beginning of a sentence. Another example, we have Aisha and me swept the floor. This is another wrong usage of me because me is also not supposed to be in the subject position. I'm going to explain these in detail when we move on to the next part where I'm going to give you the grammatical explanation. But for now, note that me should never be used before the main verb in a sentence. 3. I and my husband went on a vacation. This is also an incorrect structure because when we have two or more subjects, I should be the closest to the verb. Another example, some people say, myself and Mr. Smart did the job. That is, they begin a sentence with myself. This is also absolutely incorrect, and I'm going to explain better when we move on to the next part. Another example, you, Mariam, and me will be traveling together. This is also using me before the main verb and incorrect arrangement of multiple subjects. I'm going to explain in detail in the next part. So, another example, we have Mariam, you and I will be traveling together. So, this is an example of a correct structure. We could also have Smart and I studied together. This is also correct because I is the closest to the verb when we have more than one subject. So let's move on to the next part of this video, which is the grammatical explanation of the usage of I, me, mine, and myself. So let's begin with I and me. I and me are both used to refer to oneself when you are speaking. However, there is a slight difference between the two. Two questions can guide you to using each of it correctly. These questions are when and where. That is, when should I use I and when should I use me? And where should I place I and where should I place me in my sentence? So let me explain that better. Let's start with I. So use I when you are referring to yourself as the performer of the action in the sentence. For example, I am recording this video now. Now let's look at the next question, which is where. Where do we place I in our sentence? You should place I before the main verb in the subject position and last to the verb. What do I mean by that? I'm going to exemplify it in the examples. So stay tuned. Example 1. I am going to the store. So this is a simple sentence with only one subject. So I is going to be placed before the verb structure am going. So we are going to consider other examples with more than one subject so that you can understand the placement better. So example 2, we have my sister and I love reading books. So here we have I closest to the verb structure love reading. So it is incorrect to say I and my sister. Rather, you should say my sister and I. Always make sure that I is the closest to the verb. Do you understand? So let's consider our next example, which is example 3. We have Aisha, Akin, and I are going to school. So here we have 3 subjects, and we also make sure that I is the closest to the verb structure, which is are going. So any other structure aside from making sure that your I is the closest to the verb will be incorrect. I hope you understand where to place your I in the sentence now. and when to use I. Before the verb and closest to the verb. Now let's move on to our next personal pronoun, which is me. We are also going to consider when and where to place me. So use me when you are referring to yourself as the receiver of the action in the sentence. Where should you place your me? You should always place me after the main verb in the object position. That is, you use I before the verb, but you use me after the verb when you are referring to yourself. Let's consider a few examples. Example 1. My sister made lunch for me. So you are referring to yourself after the verb made. So you are going to use me. It is incorrect to say, my sister made lunch for her. Rather, you should say, my sister made lunch for me. Example 2. Dad gave me the car keys. So because you are referring to yourself after the verb, so you are going to use me, not I. Do you understand? Example 3. The gift was given to my sister and me. So when you have more than one object as well, you should also use me. The gift was given to my sister and me. Do you understand? Now let's go back to our sentences and let's correct them. So instead of saying me and Kate went to the market, say Kate and I went to the market. Do not say Aisha and me swept the floor. Rather, say Aisha and I swept the floor. I hope you can now confidently correct sentences where I and me are wrongly used. Do not say, I and my husband went on a vacation. Rather, say, my husband and I went on a vacation. Do not say, you, Mariam, and me will be traveling together. Rather, say, Mariam, you, and I will be traveling together. Do you understand? Are you ready for the quiz? Let's begin. Question 1. Dash went to the party together. A. Myself and my friend. B. I and my friend. C. My friend and I. D. My friend and myself. 5 seconds to pick your answer. What did you choose? The answer is C. My friend and I. That is, my friend and I went to the party together. The teacher gave the homework to Dash. A. I. B. Me. C. Mine. D. Myself. 5 seconds to pick your answer. What did you choose? The answer is B. Me. The teacher gave the homework to me because we are having me after the main verb in the sentence, which is gave. Question 4. Mom asked Dash to come to the kitchen. A. I. B. Mine. C. Me. D. Myself. 5 seconds to pick your answer. What did you choose? The answer is me. Mom asked me to come to the kitchen. Asked is the main verb and you are referring to yourself after the verb. So you use what? Me. Question 5. My friend, my brother, and Dash are going to the park. A. Me. B. Mine. C. Myself. D. I. 5 seconds to pick your answer. What did you choose? The answer is D. I. My friend, my brother, and I are going to the park. We already said I should be used before the verb. Question 6, which is going to be our last question. Dash and my brother are traveling tomorrow. A. I. B. Myself. C. Me. And D. My mom. 5 seconds to pick your answer. What did you choose? I know this is a bit tricky. What did you choose? The answer is D. My mom. Yes, you cannot say I am my brother. We already say I should be the closest to the verb. The same thing for myself and me. You cannot use them in the subject position before the verb. So the only correct answer here is what? My mom. So the sentence will read, my mom and my brother are traveling tomorrow. Thank you for joining this lesson. This is English with RMG. For more context on grammar, pronunciation, vocabulary, and fluency tips, kindly subscribe, like, and please drop a comment. Let me know if you enjoy this lesson. Or if you have any question, put it in the comments. I will be glad to answer because I really care about your English fluency journey. Thank you. Bye for now.